How about you, everybody? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. Today I'm going to do something in my tractor I've never done before. Stick around. Gotta love these quick attach stuff. I gotta drape those hoses back over the grapple. So I made it over to my buddy's house, right? We ain't got too much work to do today. What happened is, if you remember, when I rented that bulldozer for the month of February, it rained like 22 days out of the month or something like that. Well, my neighbor had some damage done to his property here with a delivery truck came, and look at those big old ruts. And so what happened was, this delivery truck actually got stuck in his yard here. So we're gonna take that pile of dirt over there, gonna fill these in. I got a couple more spots I'll show you right quick. And then as you get into his driveway, got a spot here and a spot there, and we'll smooth that out so he has a nice smooth drive to come in and park his vehicles with. Go over here and get some dirt. Fill those two up there first, the two small ones. Take care of them and go to work on these ruts here. Yeah, we'll come back for that here in just a second. Had a couple of blocks buried under here. These things get a little heavier when you get 14 pounds of mud on them. Now that I've got the dirt in this trench here, what I'll do is I'm going to fill up the spots first. So I'll fill up this spot and then this trench here, kind of a little bit in the middle. There's a spot back there. Anyway, so I'll get the dirt put in first, and then I'll come back and I'll back drag it all to try to get it as smooth as possible, compact as possible. But there's a couple things I wanted to point out, some lessons learned here when you're doing this kind of work. My tractor has R4 tires on it, right? So they're kind of aggressive in yards. So what you want to make sure is, can you see this tire mark here? You want to make sure that you try not to beat up their grass too bad. You can see over here as I'm going into the dirt pile, got two marks right there where my back tires. And then what I'm trying to do, and I don't know if this is the right technique or not, but I'm trying to just stay in the same two ruts here. And when I'm done, what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll try to back drag these out or whatever. And that way I only got two more ruts to fill in versus a bunch of them where if I tried to approach the pile at different angles or whatever, if that makes sense. But yeah, you can see you want to be real careful when you're working in people's yards so that you don't mess it up worse than what you're trying to do to it. You know what I mean? It's still so doggone soft. You know, when you're doing this type of stuff for your friends or your neighbors or whatever, you want to try to do the best job you can for them. You know, that's all you got in life's family and friends, right? And so it reminds me of what my dad told me. My dad told me three things on his deathbed, and I'll take them to the grave with me. Three of the most important things I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm grateful that he shared these with me before he passed away. And he said, son, these three things I want you to remember, and I'll never forget them. Number one is you never cook bacon without a shirt on. Just don't do it. Number two is if you're going to do something for somebody, do it right. You know, a job well done is what you're going to be known for. Your name and a job well done. And number three was I can't remember number three, but if I remember later on in the video, I'll get back to it. Here's what we ended up doing. So we got this all the ruts filled in here and back dragged. It turned out pretty good. The grass will go through all that stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I want to tell you guys, this is the first time I've ever done something on a tractor. I know I said that earlier in the video. Let me tell y'all, the first time I've ever done this in a tractor. And what is that? You know, I'm about to tell you right here in a sec. Let's see how fast we go in this thing going down the road. There's 14. I think they said it would do 17 miles an hour. There's 15. 16. So 16 miles an hour is what we're doing. 17. There's 17. I tagged 17. Yeah, so it'll do 17 miles an hour. So what is the first thing I've ever done in this tractor that y'all just witnessed today? So this is the first time I've ever driven on a road with a tractor. Like a public road or a highway or whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm doing 17 miles an hour. So this is the first time I ever I just figured it was better to come out here and actually drive to his house versus taking the time to load it up and chain it down and all that jazz. It's been a learning experience because the tractor is really bouncy, and these R4 tires are not made for concrete or asphalt, and so it don't handle like a Corvette. Anyway, we're going to get on down the road. I got one more thing I want to share with you. Something else I've never done is actually pulled up to a fuel pump and got fuel. I've always put it in containers, you know what I mean? So we'll see how this works. Interesting. $2.60 a gallon for off-road diesel. Well, y'all, we did two things. Drove on the road and got gas at a gas station. So thanks for coming along with me. I appreciate it. We're back at the house. God bless you guys. See you on the next one.